Hello friends, I'm Rochelle Potkar and I thank Namrata and Sabin for inviting me to this festival. I'm so happy to be part of it with all of you. I will be reading 3 poems from my upcoming book, Coins in Rivers, that is releasing in April this year. The first one, called Keyholes, is a poem from the time that I was a single woman in the city. And I must tell you that how the city treated women hasn't changed much. And no matter what the woman is, at what age or stage, she's still always and always a single woman in a world city. So this poem, Keyholes. We hide our wet lace behind a trellis of plants, our voices honeyed from jaded soap operas. Our requiems are parties inside our heads, earphone to earphone. Tolerance in the diorama of this rented place. No door of solace or shame kept open. They will keep boyfriends and they will eat meat and they will come with trouble and. But sometimes we translate into vixens, late night party girls with eye masks. Returning on the stairs, the landlord is insomniac to stilettos and side slits of little black dresses, books, menstrual cups and spandex. Who will take responsibility for them? And emerald nights pass into agate mornings. The sapphire of our headscarves and prayer mats from insular to secular near our 2x2 boxes. We curl each night against thoughts of saffron eyes bloodshot. If the nights fall over our skin, our bodies become bottles of wine with a crack against it, dripping, dripping. They will get wooden cages with wooden birds flapping to horizons. We scrape air like parchment, peeling secrets from walls of adopted jail houses. We will grow wings and serpentine winds belching histories of women who left when they heard the bricks squeaking. And not again, and please behave yourselves. But we play safe in dog-chewed chapels, our cycle tires gripping the road's ruggedness as alleyways sugar-lip the broken sky of old whispering years. All this only for one proper peg to place the key of our russet city freedoms. Short skirts and keyholes. The second poem that I will read to you is called War Specials. And it's a poem when we co-opt the voiceless, the voteless, like children and animals into our wars when they have never given their consent. As we went to war over animals on our plates, pigeons too were seized by their wing flaps. Rings around claws, a phone number and address in Shakargarh and Narowal in Urdu. Spy pigeons, unbelieving of borders, photographed, carried messages, guided bombs, like knights wore horses that bit and kicked, and elephants that were machines. As we went to war over animals on our plates, animals were politicized too. Pigs squealed, camels patrolled, mules carried supplies, oxen artillery. Moose were trained not to be gun-shy for deep snow cavalry, and dogs threw their weight or sniffed out mines. Monkeys dipped in oil and fire were thrown into enemy territory. When the seagulls flew, they carried torpedoes, dead rats, explosives in their bellies. Vultures, pelicans, thrown to air, came back darkly and powderly. The new recruits were sharks with brain implants, cats controlling vermin, chicken detecting poison, bones and beaks in war memorials. It wasn't only Noah's dove that returned after the flood. Molotov cocktails. We haven't otherwise even left the bacteria, virus, fungi, embedded in heavy explosives, unseen beasts, second only to racial slurs. We now have words to reproduce in our bodies and years. Time over our grand internet, staying in memory, trolled by embittered species. And words, they have a separate gallantry, war specials. And this last poem that I will read to you is where the themes that I'm most interested in, love and war, and the spectrums in between love and war, converge. This poem is an alchemy, an amalgam of those two themes. It's called Surrender. If I were a country, you would be my journalist. And because you are not an empty-headed bloke out for a quick fix, but investigative, committed, idealist, I would have shot you down the street and left you to bleed. If I were a country, and you my journalist, it would be a civil war, one too many, revolutions, changes in governments. I would have jailed you and kept you on CCTV. If I were a country, and you my journalist, I would have played a wait and watch game to see who wears the other, sleep deprived, akin to a Russian sleep experiment. But the more you stare, the more you stare, the more beautiful someone becomes, remember. The more beautiful someone becomes, remember. Many pass the cellars of my mind, through the cellars of my heart. I would blink first. I would blink first. I would give in. From dictatorship to democracy, if I were a country and you my journalist, I would let you run a free press and media to change the face of an entire nation. Thank you. This is Rochelle Potkar signing off.